Phantom users are just so delusional. This is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, and since my key is now expired, I think it's time. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Phantom and the whole Ghost suite, and how bad of a company they are, and why people should stop supporting them. So without further ado, let's get into the video. It once was a good bot. It supported many sites like Footsite, Supreme, Yeezy Supply, Hibbits, Best Buy, Walmart, and so much more. Now it's down to only a few sites like Yeezy Supply, which is barely working, and Footsites, which doesn't work at all. So let's talk about what's going on in Phantom. If you're a sneaker buyer in 2020, you most likely have heard about Phantom. It was a decent bot. A lot of people had their hands on it. It wasn't the most consistent bot. Even as someone who has owned it, it was my best bot at the time, but it was nowhere near a top tier bot. Every drop, it always had some type of issues, had bad handling, you couldn't edit tasks. It was just a weird process. Towards the end of 2020, Phantom started to decline. They added Walmart for PlayStations and Xboxes and card releases, which was very popular at the time. At this time, the new gen consoles were just coming out. A lot of people were paying $1,000 in resale, so it made sense to drop Walmart. But during that, a lot of the other modules started to depreciate, and then in October of 2020, the dev team started talking about 1.0 coming up. There wasn't a definite release date with 1.0. It was speculated to come out around Christmas or right before Christmas. Fast forward to Christmas, that didn't happen. They said that there were some delays, a lot of things weren't working as they expected to, so 1.0 was gonna happen at a later time. At this time, this is perfectly fine. A lot of projects this big do take a while to build. Most of the time they're building it from the ground up. They got to come up with a new eye, new features, so it made sense. Now it's September 2021, almost a full year since they were talking about 1.0. And at this point in the bot's life cycle, Yeezy Supply is the only thing that works. For Yeezy Day, they did hit a few pairs, but it was nowhere near any of the top bots. Some people were able to check out, but based on the success posts, it didn't seem like this many users hit. I don't know who was hitting all these clips, I can't verify, but the webhook was saying somewhere around 700 checkouts. A lot of people were excited. They thought 1.0 was coming up, that they added some really good code and finally figured out Yeezy Supply, but unfortunately this wasn't the case. Phantom is still doing bad. The worst part about this is they're still making users pay their renewal prices, making them pay for a product that doesn't even work. With Phantom, besides lifetime, they have two options. You can pay $150 every 6 months, or you can pay $60 every 6 months. In the grand scheme of things, this isn't a high renewal price. It's $25 a month for the 150 copy, which is about average for most bots. But when the bot doesn't work, you're basically throwing money down the drain. The Phantom team does not care. In the chat every day, people are asking why can't renewals be paused? And of course, the Phantom team completely skips over this. They'll answer the next question that isn't about 1.0 or anything about renewals. And it's even worse that they put you in a position like this. Some people paid resale prices, which was around $1,000. A lot of people just don't want to waste their $1,000 that they spent, so they're continuing to hold on to this in hopes that 1.0 actually does come out. And with them delaying it, people feel obligated to pay the renewal price. They don't want to lose their key. If you don't pay your renewal on time, your key is completely deleted. There's no way to recover it. Even if you contact their support, there's no way to recover it. This guy on Twitter tried to contact their support after 3 years of supporting them, and all they said was this short message. Like I said, guys, they do not care. And this is why I'm saying Phantom users are delusional. After all this time of them not delivering a product, why do you continue to pay your renewal? If everybody just stopped paying their renewal, they'd have no choice but to close down. A bunch of people around the community already know the antics of Phantom, and in hindsight, it completely made sense. Let's just look at some of the other projects that they had. The first one, which was Ghost Sneakers, was a sneaker bot, one of the only sneaker bots at the time that was hitting. A lot of people really want their hands on this because sneaker botting was the thing to do at that time. Eventually, Nike cracked down on sneaker botters. People weren't able to bot sneakers anymore. At this time, a lot of people that were winning were only manually, and the request-based bots weren't winning anything. And then that spawned Phantom. If the only site that you had in your bot was completely clipped, it makes sense to venture off into new sites and help your users cook. When they created Phantom, it was completely separate from Ghost. If you had a copy of Ghost, you weren't automatically guaranteed a copy of Phantom. At the time, while Phantom was doing well, Ghost wasn't working at all. Even in the Discord, no announcements were even made regarding the state of the bot. People were still buying for resale because they thought the bot worked, when in actuality, nothing worked in the bot. They tried to convert Ghost into a raffle bot. They added Naked, they added SNS and End. Even with them adding all of that, none of those modules actually worked. No wins came out of it. All of a sudden, the Discord went completely quiet for months. Even the staff in the Ghost Discord were trying to cover up and make it seem like the dev team was working on the project and like they were gonna fix some of the modules or whatever, but that never actually happened. Then on August 13th, they released a statement in the Discord finally saying that they were shutting down. Everyone in the Ghost Discord already seen this coming. The bot wasn't working for months, so people just took the L and moved on. Another project that they had was cloning proxies. They tried to venture off into the proxy game. Eventually that died out. They haven't tweeted since November of 2020. Another project that they had was Wraith. Wraith was a sneaker tool that was in competition with AYCD and Kodai Essentials. Wraith was a tool that had spoofing. You can convert your profiles, you can farm your Gmails, you could open up Splash browsers if you wanted to do that for Yeezy Supply and sneakers. And of course, that completely is gone. And probably one of the worst ones of them all was Dawn. Dawn is still up as of right now. It's a cook group that's charging $60 a month. And then if you want to upgrade to the premium package, it would be $120 a month. In this premium package, it had a few things. It had Phantom, it had Ghost sneakers, it has Wraith, and it has exclusive discounts on clone and proxies. And it also comes with the cook group membership. When you think about it, it kind of seemed fair, but when Phantom doesn't work, Ghost isn't around anymore, no one cares about Wraith, clone and proxies isn't cooking, you're basically paying $120 for a cook group. In the Phantom Discord, they are providing updates about Phantom 1.0. When I tell you guys these are the vaguest announcements I've ever seen, I really mean it. If we look at some of these announcements, most of them are just regarding the dashboard. Yes, the dashboard. Nothing was regarding the performance of the bot. They didn't show the bot working at all. They didn't show anything about the UI. At one point they made an announcement saying that there were going to be UI leaks coming soon. In the timeline that they gave was in a week. A month later, nothing came out about the UI. They completely act like that just never happened. They never said anything about it. Even when they were asking about the checkouts, they never showed any proof about them getting any checkouts. They said that they hit one pair and one decline on whatever release that was, but they never showed any screenshots, any Discord logging, anything about it. So people are just supposed to take their word for it, I guess. They keep trying to push current updates of the bot to satisfy people and keep them sticking around, but after all the updates that they pushed, none of them have actually worked. And just guess what happens if you criticize anything about the development of 1.0 and the team. You get banned. They don't want to hear anything that you're saying. You say anything about it, you're completely gone. Honestly, I really feel bad for the users of Phantom. They're just so delusional and so caught up in this 1.0 that they can't see the bigger picture. Even if 1.0 does come out and happens to be a decent bot, it's sad that people are still going to support them. If we know anything about the bot community, people don't care about what you're doing as long as the bot cooks. I just don't understand it. I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know down below what you think about the situation. Did you already see this coming? And if Phantom comes back, will you be supporting it? And I'll catch you guys in the next one.